Welcome to trading session number 5. We have a lot to talk about. First off, we kind of changed up the scenery right here. We actually bought this bookshelf on Black Friday. Now we have it more of a kind of a more, it's a better backdrop. So we're going to put all our collectibles and stuff that we want to put over there. So that is going to be staying here on the trading sessions, the backdrop there. But let's talk about now the market. We're on Tesla right here. Let's go to the S&P. Right now, the market has been reacting negatively this morning with a lot of stocks selling off of fear of the Fed not cutting rates. We'll get into that in a moment. But let's go to the 1 minute chart, 1 day, 1 minute. As you can see, it's kind of consolidating right now, but a lot of tech is down, followed by a bunch of other stocks. So, but there is some good news with other companies as well. So let's dive into, let's bring over the what we're looking at here. So here is pretty much CNBC, pretty much headline: stock falls on Monday, following 5 straight weeks of gains, guys. So pretty much go over, what we've been seeing pretty much. So as you can see, first part of the article, stock slipped on Monday as investors questioned whether the market was getting ahead of itself following 5 straight winning weeks. So, a lot of people thought, a lot of investors thought, the Fed was going to cut rates. But, Jerome Powell came out and said it was premature for us to, cut rates so soon. And that, they're trying to tell people that, we're going to do it later on, maybe next year, if anything. So that really, created some fear in the market, which caused some other stuff to happen. So you see right now, today, Dow Jones Industrial Average shed 60 points, 0.2%. The S&P lost 0.7% and NASDAQ declined 1.1% as investors sold big tech shares, which have led the market's gains this year. So, tech really it's caused a big uptrend in the market. What else here? As stocks stagnated, Bitcoin and gold rallied to start the week. So, that's what it caused. A lot of people are selling out other stocks, putting it into Bitcoin and gold. Bitcoin and gold rallied to start the week. Bitcoin passed the 41,000 mark to notch a 19th month high, while gold reached its highest nominal intraday level ever. That is one title for today that everyone is looking at. Let's see. The broad S&P posted its highest close since March 2022 on Friday, bringing its year-to-date gains to almost 20%. Now today you see it, kind of correcting a bit because of fear in the market. November was the best month for the 30 stock Dow since October 2022. S&P 500 and NASDAQ Composite both enjoyed their biggest monthly gains since July 2022. So that is that. Let's go down. As you can see, Alaska Airlines poised for the worst session in more than 3 years. Let's see here. There is one thing. And then Spotify was a part of the news today. Shares added 8.8% after music streaming company announced it would lay off 17% of its workforce. The cut amount to around 1,500 jobs. So it popped 8.8% today on that news. And here it is, rallies for gold, Bitcoin cool, and midday trading. So Bitcoin and gold have both eased from their session highs as Monday trading Monday trading continues with the yellow metal now negative on the day. Bitcoin is now less than 5% for the session at 41,559 after topping 42,000 earlier in the day. So here is live updates, and we want to talk about Uber right now. So Uber, so the S&P 500 decided it's going to add Uber into its index. So as you can see, you really have to look at the 5-day to look at this chart, but look at this, guys. Look at that pop. It is correcting a little bit right now on the 4th here, but look at that pop since December started. And that is pretty much what we're going to dive into right now. So analysts on Wall Street think Uber has more room to run once the ride-sharing stock joins the benchmark S&P 500. Shares gained more than 5% on Monday as investors cheered the announcement. Following the inclusion, we expect Uber to lean into growth and share buybacks, which should increase investor sentiment for growth return in 2024. Oppenheimer analysts led by Jason Hefstein wrote the firm maintained an outperform rating on Uber and raised its price target. So let's dive into the Uber article now that we found, CNBC. So shares of Uber rose more than 5% on Monday after S&P Dow Jones Indices announced Friday that the ride-hailing company has been selected to join the S&P 500. Uber's spot in the benchmark index is not official until December 18th, guys. So that is when, when Uber is going to join the S&P, and Uber is replacing Sealed Air Corp. So they're going to take out Sealed Air Corp and add Uber into the S&P 500 index. What else here? Members of the index must have positive earnings in the most recent quarter and over the prior 4 quarters in total, according to S&P rules. Uber reported net income of $221 million on $9.29 billion in revenue for its 3rd quarter, and in the past 4 quarters altogether, it generated more than $1 billion in profit. So that's the qualifications, guys, for the S&P 500. Uber also has a market cap of $118 billion, which surpasses the S&P's criteria that companies must have an adjusted market cap of at least $14.5 billion. So, guys, that is pretty much the news articles. I'll leave these both in the description below. There's obviously more stuff in the live updates here of the market on this article, but I will post this in the description below. Let's get into the portfolio, guys. Let's unlock our trading here. All right, guys. So as previously announced, we added $3,000 to the portfolio. So 6259 is the account value with 3,9577 as cash balance. Right now, we want to kind of remain that as cash. We're not going to unload just because of the market conditions. We don't know if the market is going to continue to sell off. We want to be ready as possible just in case the market crashes. I could even, up the unit size if the market corrects or crashes to, $20 a day or $15 a day. But right now we're going to stick with $10 a day. So right now let's dive into, I do want to see Uber here. See their performance so far today because of the announcement that they were going to get into the S&P 500. So let's go to, 1 day, 1 minute. So as you can see, it is consolidating here with the potential downtrend here. That could be just because of the overall market and the Fed and fear of the market. But consolidating for today. Really, you got to look at the 5-day. It has, a really good uptrend here with the 200-day moving average. With it kind of above the 200-day until just recently here today, and just actually downtrended below the 200-day moving average with the 50-day about to cross, and we'll see if that crosses. So that is Uber. We're not sure if we're going to see it pop until the entry of Uber. We'll see when, December 18th, when Uber gets into the S&P, if it continues to uptrend. But that is the 5-day on Uber. Let's go to the year to date, and let's go 4 hour here. That is the 4 hour chart, year to date on 4 hour with Uber. And then the year here, really looking good with it popping. So it really just depends what time frame you're looking at with Uber, but so far the long-term time frames are looking really good. So that is Uber. Let's get into what we're gonna buy today and if we're gonna trim. So right now we see a lot of red here, with some companies green. Palantir being the worst performing today, down almost 10%, guys. That is looking pretty good, but we obviously want to watch, and see on the 6-month chart if it is gonna pop below that 200-day. So and it's at 27 RSI, which is looking pretty good to us right now. So we might look to buy in here. Palantir looks pretty good. Scanning some stocks. This is looking pretty good. Nvidia 25. That's looking pretty good. It's coming down to Nvidia or Palantir. We just bought Netflix last week. Look at this, Google 25. Man, there is a lot of deals going on right now. With Meta at 30 RSI. A lot of deals. So you see Starbucks and 29. And look at that. Airbnb is at 63. I just corrected. So Apple 43. Tesla is 45. So yeah, guys, so I think we're gonna go with either Palantir, Nvidia, or Google, and I think Microsoft was looking pretty good too. Let me check Amazon again. Starbucks was looking good, is looking good, but we don't want to. We bought that last week. Let's see. Let's check out positions here. Move myself over here. So let's go market value. So let's see. So Apple looks like it's popping. 241 market value being the best market value stock in the portfolio right now. So Palantir has 141. Where is Nvidia? 181. And Google, where's Google? Google 168. So Palantir is has less market value in the portfolio than Nvidia and Google. So I think we're going to add to our Palantir position right now, and plus it has less P&L than. So we want to buy Palantir because it has less market value and less open P&L. So we're gonna lock in some Palantir right now. Let's do that. So $10. We're gonna take off stop loss, take off profit. All right, guys. So we're gonna buy Palantir. We'll lock it in here. $10 market day. Extended hours, no. We're gonna lock in 0.54466. All right, I should get a notification. Got it at 18:37, guys. $10 worth. Let's dive into now. Go back to positions. We're gonna go to open P&L. Looks like Nvidia is still and Meta is still the top performing open P&L stocks in the portfolio. Let's go to Meta really quick. So Meta, 30 RSI, it's going for a deal. I might actually snag some of that this week if it stays around that point. And then obviously Nvidia was below 30 RSI as well. So a lot of these companies are still going for deals. Where is Nvidia here? Yeah, so 25 RSI. So we're gonna hold off on trimming, I believe, because of the market is just correcting, guys. And even last week it didn't even see anything that was kind of desirable to trim. So we're going to really try to just keep adding to the portfolio to try and just bring up these market values of all these companies so that we have in the Mogulville's portfolio. So that is going to be that. We are going to hold off on trimming for today, and we're just locking in that Palantir buy at 1837. I bought it at, and let's leave on SPY, and let's look at 1 day, 1 minute again. As you can see, it is trying to work its way up above that 200-day moving average, and with the 50-day kind of right below it. So we will see what the market continues to do. There's a lot of fear in the market right now because of the Fed, Jerome Powell not wanting to cut rates. So a lot of people are trying to escape the market, put most of their wealth in gold or Bitcoin. Right now is a popular one. I don't know why. I don't recommend getting into crypto. That's just me, though. I have my personal opinions on it until I see otherwise, that it could be a great asset to own. But right now it's just like Warren Buffett says, it's a non-producing asset. You're hoping that the next guy buys it from you. Whereas, stocks, real estate, all asset classes that, people buy right now are producing assets. They produce dividends, stocks, and then real estate produces cash flow and stuff like that. So, Bitcoin and Ethereum, they don't produce anything. They don't produce dividends. All they produce is appreciation, and you're hoping that, the volume of, a certain coin goes up in value. So when you sell it, that, you hopefully profit that appreciation. Anyway, guys, that is what the market is doing right now. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Hit the outro.